just not going how we expected. This looks legit. I did it! I did my first nail, guys. This is not what was supposed to happen. I thought I was done. Hey guys, it's Jess. How is everyone doing today? Long time no see, I know. Oh, things have been crazy this last month that I have been away from YouTube. I've mostly just been focusing on this extreme office makeover, which you guys are finally going to see. We transform this space into truly my dream studio. We start off with this very simple, plain, pretty basic room. It's got light gray walls, it's got a beige floor. Everything is pretty regular and normal about this room. It's a good amount of space. It had 2 windows, but even with those 2 windows, it was just a little too dark. It was just, it didn't have the vibe I wanted. It didn't feel like a space I could walk in and create awesome content for you guys. So initially, I was just gonna paint it white. Then as I was prepping to paint, I thought, why wouldn't I just make this my dream office? Instead of just throwing up some paint, throwing up some decor, why wouldn't I just take a little bit extra time to transform this space and make it what my dreams are made of, what I always pin on Pinterest as inspiration, as, oh, goals someday. Why wouldn't I make that someday today? So I did. And this video is the video chronicling the entire renovation makeover experience. Get excited, subscribe if you enjoy, and now let's hop back in time to day 1 of the makeover. I'm not very good at stuff like this, so this is all going to be a try, and I have an idea and a vision in my head that I planned on Pinterest, and I don't know if it's gonna come through, but we are sure as heck going to try, and you're gonna watch me try. Fun, right? One design element I've always wanted is molding. I've gotten a ton of inspiration on Pinterest from Parisian apartments. I love the elegant look that the molding gives to a room, and I just love the bright, airy style in Parisian architecture. I also knew I wanted to have a gallery wall or 2 in my office. This is a design that always looks amazing, especially as a backdrop for content creation. It's a fun way to display art and unique pieces that share little bits about you and what you're into. 2 other decor styles I love are boho and mid-century, and I wanted to incorporate elements of these 2 in the office as well through small decor items. I wanted bright white walls as well as a lot of different textures, shapes, and materials: rattan, stone, ceramic, soft and cozy, macrame, mid to dark stained wood, and of course, lots and lots of plants. And finally, I picked a color scheme of white, nudes and neutrals, black, and as my accent colors, I picked gold, a soft pink, and green. Especially through plants, that was my main idea to bring green in, but I also wanted to bring in varying shades of green, like olive and sage as well. I am gonna get started with some tape and kind of just map out across the wall where I would imagine the trim to go. So 1, I can figure out the placement. 2, I can figure out like how many squares would fit in an area. So these might be some of the ugliest, well, you know, they're not that bad. On camera, not too bad. In person, uglier. Now, while these are by no means perfect, they really just help me figure out how big I want them to be, the spacing, the general look I'd want them to have. Instead of taping the rectangles everywhere and doing this same process on every single wall, I'm not doing all of that. I'm gonna use some math and figure out what the square footage of this space is, the spacing and everything, and then duplicate that and copy based on the math of this wall. We are at Home Depot. We tried Lowe's, couldn't find anything. Everything was either too big, too small, or ugly. So now we're checking out Home Depot. Their molding section is much more extensive than Lowe's. Lowe's had maybe half of this. So this is what we're looking for. I recently learned this term. What we're looking for is called chair rail, because basically this little trim would protect the wall from getting damaged from chairs as they push forward and back. I came across this one, which I actually kind of like for the boxes. So the game plan is we're gonna get 1 rectangle's worth of molding so we can test it out, make sure that the design works, and then we're gonna come back and buy the rest later.
There it is.
Not bad. What do you think? I think it looks pretty dang good. So now we are back home. I've got my little sample pieces. I guess they're not really sample pieces. They're more test pieces. I'm going to just do the little rolly loop tape on the back and kind of faux tape them up onto one of the squares. I think I'm gonna do this one right here and we're gonna see how they look. We're done.
Mic drop, but with a saw.
So after lots and lots of sawing, probably like 7 or 8 trips to different Home Depots, we finally have all of the pieces of trim for this office. Now it took super long because we hand sawed everything and some places had a couple of the box trim in stock. Like we thought one place had all of the trim, it didn't have enough, and then to order it would be a couple weeks, so then we ended up just visiting numerous Home Depots and checking because stock wasn't accurate. So we are gonna start with this guy. This is the chair rail molding I picked out. It's chic, it's clean, it's very classy, and on the back I have everything labeled. So there's wall A through G, so that way everything stays where it needs to and nothing gets mixed up. Super ready, excited, let's mold. That sounds disgusting. Let's not call it that and say we did. Now, the reason I have the tape on certain spots in this office is because we were just gonna paint and then I decided I wanted to truly make this my dream office. Something you always, always, always want to make sure you double and triple check is that the top of your trim is always on the top and that the bottom piece is always on the bottom. That is a beautiful fit. That is precise measurements right there. I had to knock that into place. This is definitely going to shift downward because I was imagining initially a 3-inch gap. So this gap is now 1.5 inches and the bottom is 3.5. So we're going to do 2.5 inches from the top and 2.5 inches from the bottom. Now I'm going to just take measurements all the way through, mark those off. I cannot find a pencil in my house. This is my reminder. Buy a pencil. This is the air compressor and this is the nail gun. For some reason, Home Depot didn't include an instruction manual like they were supposed to, or like a guide to setting it up. So I'm using context clues and watching YouTube tutorials because I want to make sure I do this right. I'm watching this very nice seeming gentleman. The YouTube channel is The Brothers Workshop. I think I've got everything all hooked up how it's supposed to. I'm gonna plug this in, I'm gonna turn it on. I have the nail gun facing away from me just in case, because you never know. Also, before starting, I don't know if you actually need to wear these, but I'm gonna wear these little guys. Oh my gosh, I look like a nub. You know what? I got LASIK to have these eyes. I was legally blind for years. These eyeballs cost dollars and surgery, so I'm gonna protect them. All right, here we go. This is so exciting.
Wow.
Major problem time. So, half of the trims are different. They are the same pattern. They are different widths, and they're only 2/16, maybe 3/16 of an inch off. Momentary setback. This is what happens with stuff like this, with renovations and projects. You learn, you live and you learn. I guess I should have measured everything, but they were all in the same spot with the same design, the same height, but not the same width. What I'm gonna do is take one of these small pieces, either wall E or wall F, and I'm going to just, when I go to Home Depot, I'm gonna double check, I'm gonna base those. See, double checking, guys. Okay, hi guys, back home. Our next step is to rip off trim on wall B and trim on wall C. So finally, after many, many ordeals, we are now moving on to the picture frame molding. A tip that I saw from this awesome carpentry YouTube channel, Finish Carpentry TV, figure out what your spacing measurements are. So for mine, the width right here, this is gonna be 2.5 inches, and on the sides is 5 inches. I found this little guy, which is, I don't know, some decorative piece of molding, exact measurements. So he showed that what you do is you just line it up in the corner and mark it like that. And then the 5 inches. From there, you have the perfect perpendicular point to put up your thing so it's nice and even and you're not gonna mess up and get something all wonky. You can also use the block to hold up your first piece on the bottom to make sure that is nice and level as well, and you just line it up with the perpendicular corner, and then you have some support. And then you just take this little bottom block out and it's nice and even. Lots of measuring, nail gunning, leveling, and also some Frankensteining some pieces towards the end because we did not have enough pieces. We were 3 shy. I was not about to go back to Home Depot. I have been there 11 times this week. I am so happy. I'm so excited. I am also very proud of myself. I did it. I did the thing. I put these together, I created a design, I bought the pieces, I cut the pieces, I put the pieces up, and it looks really good and everything is even and level and beautiful. So now our next step is we are going to put some putty over the little nail holes so everything lays nice and flat. Basically, these little holes, these 2 extra ones, are made from misfires of the nail gun, which were actually kind of terrifying because this was one of my first few boxes. I didn't really know what else you were supposed to use, so I just grabbed an old makeup brush. And you just take some of that spackle and kind of pile it in. And it's okay if it's a little blobby because it dries in 30 minutes and then you just sand it down and it fills in those holes nicely. So that way when you paint them, you're not painting these holes and then the paint goes in those holes. Pretty boring, but I just wanted to give you guys a close-up look of my absolutely riveting work. Good morning. Today is painting day. Finally, I've been looking forward to this day for this entire renovation extreme office makeover process because from this point, it all gets easier. So this is the last step before it gets to like the fun part of decorating and stylizing and hanging things up. I feel like with all of this plastic down everywhere, like on the floor and on the closet and the windows, I really feel like I'm in an episode of Dexter. Comment down below if you guys watched it because I feel like nobody has ever seen that. Now I guess it's time to break out the paint sprayer. There he is in the box. Oh wait, no, we gotta do one more thing. There's recessed lighting everywhere. What we were told is you have to pop them out, and then the ones that kind of just hang from the ceiling, you put in plastic bags to protect the lights. That's what our electrician said to do. So this is the paint sprayer that was recommended to us. It is apparently much quicker, more efficient. It is quite heavy. So there is definitely going to be quite a bit of an arm workout today, which kind of sucks because I did an arm workout this morning. So this should be interesting. Here's to hoping that it is as intuitive and efficient as I hope it is. While I'm working, I'm gonna pop on one of my favorite podcasts, the What We Said podcast with JC Marie and Chelsea Curtis. So good. It's a very nice crosshatch pattern. You know, I had really high hopes, but they were kind of dropped into the ocean because this is just so inefficient. We have painted with rollers so many times. We kind of know what like the flow is like, how long it takes. This is about half the speed. You have to go over things so many times because it is such a fine spray. Even when you crank the power up higher to give it a more robust spray. My husband ended up helping for the paint spraying because it was just not doing it. I thought it was me.
Stupid. Oh my God, look at me.
That's what I was trying to say. Your mask was horrible. This is just not going how we expected. Oh, we have to pivot. We're pivoting, guys. Paint sprayer was gonna spray the camera if we set it up somewhere as a time lapse, and I'm glad I didn't because it kind of just sprayed. Process. We've got rollers, we've got paint trays, we've got things that are going to make our life so much more efficient, and we've also got the extendy pole for the ceiling. I don't know if I mentioned this, we're painting the ceiling too because that is also that light gray. And I think the craziest thing is that's a light gray. That's not like a dark shade, but it's so many shades darker than the white that it makes such a big difference.
Yeah, this was $37 for all this stuff versus $170 or $180 for the paint sprayer.
That's crazy. And look at how nice and even that looks. Everything is such an even coating versus this hashtag wall. Here we go, guys. And this is after we've already done 2 coats with the paint sprayer. So this is where we are currently. There's a lot of progress having been made. It looks so good. Oh, we're okay. Just to come from this corner, look at how bright that is. And like you can really tell in this corner how dark it was over there. I think this looks so amazing. I am so excited to finish this. Woo! My office is done being painted. This is seriously all I have ever wanted in my office, and I did it. We did it, guys. We did it. So now we are going to clean up this whole hullabaloo, this mess. And then I guess the next step is probably the rug. Honestly, so amazing. That was the best cleanup. Take a gander at this. It looks so good. Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot about those. I gotta get those down. So the next objective is to get the rug and bring it from downstairs, upstairs, into my office. And there's just a small problem with it. This thing is a giant burrito, 12 feet by 15 feet. It's folded in half, and it's a hefty fella. I have no idea how I'm gonna get this upstairs. Maybe I can just lay down and push. Oh my gosh, okay, that's not an option. Can I lift it? I cannot lift it. I cannot lift this. Okay, we're making progress. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm severely disappointed with this rug. I thought as I kept on rolling, like maybe the inside would be soft and fluffy. This carpet feels and looks like cat scratching post carpet, where it's kind of crispy and not soft at all. It's meant for cats to scratch somewhere. This is scratchable carpet, and it's kind of in like an off-white oatmeal shade, but not like a pretty oatmeal. I mean, like it really looks like cat scratching post. This is not what was supposed to happen. I thought I was done. We have an issue.
What's our issue?
Come see the issue.
This is not. That's not what we
Feel it.
It looks weird. Ah! It feels like partially dried spaghetti pasta. How the heck do you ship this back? What the heck
It's
is this?
so gross. The rug journey was a journey. I am just incredibly shocked and flabbergasted at how dang difficult it has been to find a rug that either A, fits, B, isn't crazy expensive, or C, isn't ugly. I looked everywhere and so much stuff is sold out. Like all the cute stuff of everything is sold out. Desks, chairs, rugs. And I think it's because like a lot of people have been doing home projects during quarantine. I found this chair online from World Market that was so perfect. So I bought it and I went into World Market to go pick it up, and I saw some really cool rugs. I was like, oh my gosh, they have rugs. I'm gonna go see. So I ended up seeing a rug that matched the table that I bought the day before, and then it kind of like inspired the idea to kind of do like a split rug situation. So I bought the World Market rug, I put it down to test it out, and it looks amazing, guys. So first up, here is the faux fur rug. I thought it looked really, really cute in this office. When I laid this down to test it out, I just felt like it really fit the vibe I was going for of the boho meets Parisian meets mid-century look, and I really liked it. And I really like the juxtaposition between the more natural fiber of this and the very like plush, fluffy texture of this other rug. And this little tassel bit, I'm letting this kind of be like the divider to fill in this space because they are just slightly not big enough. So the next thing I wanted to show you guys is this is my previous desk. This is the one that's going to be replaced. This mirror is also going in the future because it doesn't really fit the space really well. It looks so tiny in the room. I really want that one mirror from Anthropologie that is 7 feet. I think that would look amazing. So I'm gonna save up for that. Not in this video because it is a very big, expensive purchase. And I'm sure if you guys have ever looked at that mirror, you guys know it is all of the dollars. The last thing I wanted to show you was I guess the hero piece of my office came in this morning. I did not think I was gonna end up getting this because every one I found was so expensive, and I was just like, I think it would look amazing, but it was so out of budget. And then I found one, literally the last in stock, and I swooped it up and I got it. So the hero piece is this fireplace surround. This fireplace surround is the thing of my dreams. It is so beautiful. I am intending to put a mirror above it. This is the white chair that I got from World Market. This little pillow is from World Market. Everything again linked below. But you guys, I have a little fireplace in my office. It is so cool. We're about to spray paint. We actually have our friends Riley and Robin who are visiting us for the next week. They are gonna join in for the spray painting fun. I'm gonna show you guys what we're gonna spray paint. So we've got this mirror. This one is going to be a gold. There's this mirror. This is gonna go on top of the fireplace. This is going to also be gold. We have this mirror, which is going to be white. And then we also have all of the vases that I picked up in my thrift with me in Austin for the first time. So the spray paints we're using, we have this white one. We have this kind of like mushroom, this dark brown one. Now these three are all textured spray paints, so these are going to give whatever we spray paint kind of like a grittier texture, and you can even see it on the cap. These I thought would look really nice on anything that I want to have a more expensive feel, kind of like more natural ceramic. And then we also have this is what, antique? No, vintage gold. And then I also just got a classic white. All right, Crocs on. I swapped into an old t-shirt. This is a knockoff One Direction band tee that I got when I was leaving the Rose Bowl concert in 2013, 2014, I don't know. Amazing concert. I didn't have money to buy the official merch, and I wasn't planning on buying any merch at all, but then when we were leaving, there were all these knockoff seller vendors right outside as you would like drive away, and they were like $10 for a t-shirt. So I bought this t-shirt for $10, and I've had it for I guess like 7 years. And as we were pulling over to buy that, some grown man, father, who was like leaving the concert also, called me an a-hole because I got in his way, and then he cut me off and flipped me off. Good times. Here's Riley and Robin.
Hi.
Who are so kindly helping me.
Right up there, because the tape is gonna be there. So we just need to be like around the edge, and then we just tape.
Is this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better. Is this what you want now? Or is it because you can't forget her? I can't keep pretending it's not getting to me. It's never ending. Can't give you what you need. You're misbehaving. Yeah, it's getting to me. It's never ending. You can give anything, so you can go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so I can focus. I just need to focus on myself.
This is the inaugural screw. How far? Like that?
A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more than that. A little more.
That's a lot of bit more. Hello guys, so this is probably going to be my last update before the grand reveal of the room. It is looking so good. I am currently doing probably the most boring thing. So what we did was we took all the furniture and the pieces off the rug and we fixed everything up, recentered everything, got it looking not all rumpled and wonky how it was. I am sewing these two rugs together. So this is going to just like prevent them from continuously rumpling and folding up and everything. So I am just hand sewing the entire, I don't know, 2 edges of the rugs together. And I'm just kind of looping under so the seam stays nice and hidden. So for example, here you can't even see that they're sewn together. They kind of just look very nicely placed together. It's a bit of a time-consuming process, but I do think it is going to be worth it. It's one of those small details, a small touch that is going to just, in the end, be a very worthwhile thing to do, because it's gonna be annoying if this is always folding up and rumpling. Hi guys, so I totally lied on the last little clip section because this is actually gonna be the last clip. Guess what just came a day early with only like a day and a half shipping? My new desk. This is so great. That is a wrap on today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy transformation, this multi-week vlog of the extreme makeover that happened in my space. I am so happy with how it turned out. Since being done with my office, every day that I've gone to go start creating stuff or sit down at my desk, I've been so excited to go to work. I finally feel like I have a space that I feel so creative in, and I can't wait to make stuff. All of the trials and tribulations were worth it, including getting shot in the face with a, what is it? Ricocheting nail that misfired from the nail gun. One of those shot into my head. I'm so glad I was wearing the glasses. Would recommend the safety goggles. Having to drive up to Dallas Fort Worth to go pick up some rugs, and then it turned out that the person online never actually checked the inventory. They just said they had them and they didn't, and we drove all the way to Dallas Fort Worth to go pick up these rugs, and then they didn't end up existing, which was a bummer. But you know what? Stuff happens. Yeah, so that is this video. That is the transformation. What are your favorite pieces? Your favorite sections of the room? Maybe your favorite pieces of decor? There's so much I love about this office because, I mean, again, it's my dream office. It's all the things I love in one space. I love the picture frame molding and the chair rail molding. I think that is amazing. That was the focus point of the office. That was like the main renovation piece that I really wanted. The fireplace, because that is just so gosh darn cool. I love it so much. And it's not even done yet because I have a couple books that I have coming in that I've just been waiting on. They're kind of, my birthday's this weekend, so I've just been waiting for my birthday, and they'll be a birthday gift to me. I love all the plants. The plants make me so happy. This little rubber plant guy I found at this store in the Domain in Austin, and they have this store called Desk Plants, and they just have the cutest stuff. And then I guess the last thing, I'm gonna have to say the 2 chairs from World Market. They are just, they're so cool, and I think they also tie in the room perfectly. Like this chair, matches this rug, which matches that table, which matches that vase. And then this chair matches the vibe of the other rug and the feel of the room, and it ties together so perfectly with the fireplace. I love how the textures, the colors, the fabrics, the structures, the design, and even the shapes all work together so beautifully. So now, let's hop into our quote of the day segment. The first quote of the day here in Texas. And after this, guys, I want to make this clear. I am back, and I am truly back. When I read this on Instagram, I was just kind of blown away because I had never thought about this like this. Today's quote says, "If you don't make time for your wellness, you will be forced to make time for your illness." That is just such an amazing quote that gives so much perspective to the importance of self-care. If you take a little bit of time either every week or maybe just even 10 or 15 minutes every single day to do a little bit of self-care, do one thing you love, it's going to add to your wellness so much. That is my challenge for you guys this week. Spend a little time on yourself. Do a little, you know, self-care action. Try 10 minutes every day. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, again, please subscribe and also give this video a thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate it. I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you so, so soon for another video. Keep your eyes peeled, hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. And I already said I love you, but I love you again. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. My pets. Good girl. Thank you. Ha ha ha.